Hello friends, welcome to the channel. So today we are going to explain very important topic in respect of CAT also, EXAT also, or any competitive MBA exam which you are taking. We are going to understand about how ratio and proportion topic works, how to solve these kind of questions, and why this topic is very important is the reason that these questions come frequently in CAT, in EXAT also, or in CAT also. If you see, every year you will get around 2 to 3 questions, and these kind of questions are fairly easy when compared to other topics. So you can be 100% sure that when you are attending these kind of topics, whether the question is from ratio or proportion, you can get them 100% right. Your accuracy can be around 100% easily. And other important thing about ratios is that this will help in solving you lot more other topics as well, like time and distance, speed questions also, geometry also. So there in my coming video series you are going to see a lot more questions of other topics also, and I am going to show you how ratio and proportion help you with those topics as well. So let's start with ratio and proportions. And first I am going to clear your concepts. Once your basics are clear, then you can easily solve any question. So let's proceed. So first let us discuss what a ratio is. So essentially, if you are going to understand what a ratio is, let us say there are some person is having 2 bicycles and some person is having 10 bicycles. So what is the ratio of person A to person B in terms in respect of number of bicycles? Then the ratio is going to be 2 by 10. So let me show you. So let us say person 1 has 2 cycles and person 2 has 10 cycles. So ratio of person 1 to ratio of person 2, or person 1 to person 2 in terms of number of cycle, is equal to 2 by 10. So you can say that the ratio is 2 is to 10, but no. When we are talking about the ratios, then you have to reduce it to the lowest number possible. So now that you can say that ratio is 1 is to 5. So here A is to B is equal to 1 is to 5. So the basic concept is, whenever we are talking about ratios, we have to reduce them to the lowest number possible. Okay. So let us say A by B. This is a ratio, and this you can represent in any terms of K. So A can be written as A into K by B into K. So you can write it as 2A by 2B or 3A by 3B. This is how ratios work. You can multiply with them with any number, whether it be an integer, whether it be a fraction. You can also write it as 0.5A divided by 0.5B. The ratio is going to remain same. So this is the basic. This is what a ratio is. I am going to show you with the help of other examples also how we solve it, but just remember this basic concept. Okay, so let's proceed. Now we are going to understand about the property of ratio. So what is a ratio? Ratio is essentially a fraction only. So the properties of fraction also applies to property of ratio. One property which we generally use in CAT questions, that I am going to teach you. There are many properties. You do not need to remember them. If your concept is clear, you are easily going to solve questions. So let's see about that property. What I am going to talk about is property frequently used in CAT, and this property is frequently used in DI questions also. So if you are doing comparison or something like that, then if you are solving DILR, that is the logical reasoning also, this property is going to help you a lot. You do not have to use the calculators. So let's see what this property says. So let us say there is a fraction or a ratio A by B, or A is to B, but this is a proper fraction. Okay, what is a proper fraction? Proper fraction is where A is less than B. So let us say 2 by 3, this is a proper fraction, or 4 is to 5, this is a proper fraction. Other thing is when A is greater than B, this is a improper fraction. See, what I will suggest you is stick to the basics, stick to this video until we start the questions, because once your basics are clear, frankly speaking, you are going to solve all the questions easily. But if you are directly going to jump for the tricks, etc., then those tricks you will be able to use them in particular questions, but not in every question. So please, I request you, first clear your concept. So improper fraction A is greater than B. For example, let us say 7/3. This is an improper fraction. So in this case, A by B, if A is less than B, it is also less than A plus K divided by B plus K. For example, let us say 2/3, this is an improper fraction. Then here 2 is less than 3. Then 2/3 is also less than 2 plus, let us say 2 plus 3 plus 2. So 4/5. Okay. Now what you can do is, if there is a particular set, DI set or logical reasoning. For example, in recent years, I have seen questions like of arrangement, where it is something like interviewer is giving different marks, and at the end you form a table like this. You form a table like this. Long table is there. You get different set of values, and the question is asked, which person got the most point from the interviewer, and those points are in fractions. So if you are aware of this concept, you can easily get your question right in a very fast manner. In case of improper fraction, it is quite opposite. So A by B is greater than A plus K divided by B plus K. This is a simple property. Just remember it. While you are solving the questions, I will show you how to use this. So let's proceed to the next topic. Now we are going to talk about proportion. What a proportion is. Proportion is an extended version or extended form of a ratio. So let us say there are 4 numbers A, B, C, D. Whether these can be numbers, something quantity, or it can be weight, it can be length, it can be anything. Okay, whatever the question person is asking to you, it can be anything. If A by B is equal to C by D, that means A, B, C and D, these are in continued proportion. You can say like that in a simple term. Why I am using this continued proportion is, I will show you with the question also. This term frequently comes in MBA questions, in MBA entrance questions. They give you so and so numbers, they give you 4 numbers, and they say that these numbers are in continued proportion, and one of the number is missing. They say that find that number X or K or Y, whatever it be. Okay, so this is a proportion. But basically, one of the most important trick or one of the most important concept here is alligation. There is going to be a separate video on alligation also, but still I'm going to teach you here only. This is a very important concept, alligation of 2 items. For 3 items I will teach you separately. Alligation of 2 items, this is a very important concept. All the proportion questions can be solved by this concept, and you are going to get your answers 100% right in a very easy manner. So let's see what this alligation method says. Let us say, I will give you an example. Let us say you are mixing mangoes. Okay, one of the fruit seller is there, or he is mixing mangoes. He is having a quantity of mangoes, or let us say mango price. He is having a price of mangoes of quantity Alfonso mangoes. Alfonso mangoes price is A per kg. Okay, and let us say another kind of mango, simple mango. The price is B per kg. Now, if he wants to mix them in such a way that the price is C per kg, then in what ratio they should mix that? Mix A and B. Then what alligation method says is, this is a very easy method. Just listen to me carefully. B minus C upon C minus A. Okay, this is a ratio in which it should be mixed. Or in simple terms, why I drew this diagram is, you can write it like this. Here you can write B minus C, here you can write C minus A. So this is the ratio in which A is to B should be mixed is B minus C upon C minus A. Now how you are going to decide whether it's B minus C, C minus B, or C minus A, or A minus C? In simple terms, it's higher minus lower, lower minus higher. If C is higher, then C minus B. If A is higher, then A minus C, or it doesn't matter at all. You just have to make the differences. You just have to take the differences here, here, and write them here, here. If it's negative, negative, negative gets cancelled. And if your ratio is coming negative, just remember this proportion is not going to be negative. Ignore the negative sign. You don't have to remember whom to minus whom. Just remember in alligation method A, B, C, you have to mix them like this: B minus C and A minus C, or C minus A. Just remember that. Ignore the negative sign. Okay. Now, while solving the questions also, we are going to see that how we are going to use the alligation method. This is a very important concept. Remember this. With the help of this alligation concept, you can solve most of the questions of the alligation, of the proportions, and some other concepts also. You can use the alligation technique quite frequently and very easily. So let's see how we are going to use them. Okay friends, now we are starting the questions. So what I'm going to suggest you is, if you're watching this video, look at the question, pause the video, give it an attempt by yourself, try to solve it. If you are not able to solve it, then resume the video and then you can look for the solutions. If you are preparing for any MBA entrance exam, if you're just going to see the video and just watching the video, just doing the passive learning, then it's not going to help. So what I'm trying to say is practice a lot and lot more of questions. So these questions which I am going to show in this video series, these are sufficient enough. Just solve them. Your topic is going to be clear. You can attempt any question of the CAT or EXAT or NMAT or anything. Okay. So first give it an attempt by yourself, and once your whole concept is done, you can later look at the questions, all of the questions in a go. You can try to solve them once again. If you are not able to solve 100% right by yourself, then come again and see the video. Okay. So let's see the question 1. A student took 5 papers in an examination where the full marks were the same for each paper. Okay. So let's say a student took 5 papers: paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, paper 5, where the full marks were same for each paper. Let us say what is the full or maximum marks. Let us say that was x, 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 x. Okay. You can just take any number x, or you can take 10x or 100x, whatever you like. I am taking x. His marks in these papers in the proportion 6:7 to 8:9. Okay. Marks obtained. Marks obtained. Try to write the information. Just not put the information in your head. Try to write that information on the paper while solving. Then the question is going to give you a lot of hints. I use this frequently, and this also helps me in solving especially the logical reasoning questions, and not only the DILR questions. In quant also you can use this trick very easily. Try to bring what the question person is asking you. Try to bring those sets onto the paper, then you are going to see some clues. Okay. So marks obtained is, let us say, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now this is a ratio or in a proportion, is to. So you can take 6k, 7k, 8k, 9k. I have taken constant of proportionality here as k. Okay. This is a very simple trick. In all the papers together, the candidate obtained 60% of the total marks. Okay. In all the questions together, what were the total marks? It was 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. So this is 19, 19 plus 8, it is 27, then 34, then plus 6, it is 40, is equal to 40k. Total marks is equal to 60% of the total marks. Whatever the question person is saying, just write it as it is equal to 60%, okay, of the total marks. What are the total marks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5x. Okay. So 40k is equal to 0.6 into 5k is equal to 3k. Sorry, it's not k, it's x. That implies x is equal to 40 by 3k. This is your equation 1. Now what else he is saying? Then the minimum number of papers in which he got more than 50% of the marks. So first you have to find what are the more than 50% of the marks. Okay, in each paper. So in one paper, 50% of marks is equal to x by 2. Okay, simple. Let us say maximum marks is 100, so 50% is 50. 100 by 250. So the mark should be greater than x by 2. So here, from here you can take x is 40 by 3. So 40 by 3k into 1 by 2 is equal to 20 by 3k. Okay, if you are going to divide, just do a simple division. 6.66. So you have to check in how many papers he has got more than 6.66k marks. So if you are going to see, this is not going, P1 he has got less than 6.66k. So this is wrong. And 7k, 8k, 9k, 10k, these all are greater than 6.6k. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In 4 papers he has got more than 50% of the marks. So the right answer here is option C, 4. See, it became a lot more easier once your concepts are cleared about the proportion. This is a simple concept. In proportion, you have to take constant of proportionality. So 6 is to 7 is to 8 is to 9 is to 10. You can take k, you can take x, or you can take y. Okay, so let's move to the next question. In this question, I'm also going to clear a lot more concepts for you. This type of question frequently comes in CAT and in exam, also in other exams also. Okay, if your this concept is clear, consider a lot of proportions is clear to you. Okay, so first let's go to the question. What is P is to Q, it is given, then Q is to R, it is given, R is to S is given, S is to T is given, 2 is to 3. Let me write down the values. Okay, so what most of the students do is they take it as 2k, 3k, fine till now. Now they take it as 1k and 2k. This is going to be wrong. See, here the constant of proportionality is k. Here it has to be k1 or x or y or z, whatever it be, but it cannot be k. Remember that. It can be k if q has the same value both sides. If it is 3, then it's going to be, it should be 3 here. That's how you do it. So what we want is, we do not want to introduce a lot more variables. So we have to take constant of proportionality same everywhere. We want to do that. So how you are going to do that? Okay, here 3 is there, here 1 is there, multiply it by 3. 3 is to 6. Here 6 is there, here 3 is there. See, watch carefully. Here 6 is there, here 3 is there. Earlier here 3 was there, 1 was there, so you have multiplied by 3. The ratio changed. So P is to Q is to R is clear to us. P is to Q is to R. 2 is to 3 is to 6. It is clear to us. Now here 6 is there, 3 is there. Multiply by 2. 6 is to 10. Here 10 is there and here 2 is there. So multiply by 5. 10 is to 25. Now you can write easily. P is to Q is to R is to S is to T. 2 is there. 3, 3. 3 is there. 6, 6. 6 is there. 10, 10. 10 is there. And 25 is there. Now you can introduce a single constant of proportionality, that is k or x or y or z, whatever you like. Now let's see the question. The question is P plus Q divided by S plus T. Here you can ignore the constant of proportionality also, because we are dividing. It is anyways going to get cancelled. So 2k plus 3k divided by 10k plus 25k. So it's 5k by 35k. K gets cancelled. So the final answer is 1 is to 7. Let's see if we have an option A, B, C, D. Yes, 1 is to 7 is the answer. So these kind of questions here, the terms are like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and total terms of 5. But sometimes, most of the time, the question comes like A is to B is given and B is to C is given. So it is given, let us say 2 is to 3, it is given 5 is to 7. So what you have to do is multiply it by 5, multiply it by 3. So A 10 is to 15 and 15 is to 21, then your final ratio A is to B is to C is going to come 10 is to 15 is to 21. That's how you are going to solve it. So let's move to the next question. Okay, now we are at the question number 3, and this is a typical CAT question which is frequently asked, and it takes a bit of time also, but if you're going to use the alligation method, that it is going to be a lot more easier for you. And let's see how to work with this kind of question. In this question, it is given that merchant bought two kind of olive oils. One is type 1 and type 2, 180 per liter, and second price is 560 per liter. All right, and he mixes these two. Okay, type 1 plus type 2, he mixes these two and sells each liter. So selling price is equal to 600, earning a profit of 1/4 of the selling price for each liter. Okay, find the ratio in which the costlier and okay, he mixes profit of 1/4 of the. Okay, what is the 1/4 of this 600? 1/4 into 600, it's 150. So selling price is 600, profit is 150. So what is the cost price? Cost price is 600 minus 150, it's 350. Okay, no, sorry, it is 450. So the cost price is 460. Now the question the assessor has asked, in what ratio costlier oil and cheaper oil should be mixed. This is costlier oil, type 2 is costlier oil, this is cheaper oil. In what ratio these should be mixed so that the cost price is 450, because when selling it, he is going to obtain a profit of 1/4 of the selling price, that is 150. Selling price is going to be 600, and then we have found that cost price is going to be 450. So you can use the alligation method here simply. What I told you, higher minus lower, higher minus lower, higher minus lower, higher minus lower, or just ignore the negatives and all, your proportion is going to be positive. So 560 minus 410, it's going to be 110, and 450 minus 180, it's going to be 270. So which ratio? Costlier oil to cheaper oil. This is costlier oil, this is cheaper oil. Okay, cheaper oil, cheap oil. So it is going to be 270 by 110 is equal to 27 by 11. This is a very easy method, and you can see our answer is here, option is D. So you saw that by using the method of alligation, you could have easily done this. There are a lot other methods also, and okay, if you want to see that other method, I can also show you. Instead of doing like this, what you can assume is you can assume that they are mixed in the ratio m is to 1. Okay, and then you are going to take this minus this is m, this minus this is m, and that's how you can solve it. Other methods are also like there, where m1 n1 plus m2 n2 is equal to m1 plus m2 into final n, or the final rate is here and the variable is here. There are a lot other options also. I'm not trying to confuse you. What I'm trying to say to you is, learn one method, learn it perfectly. If you're going to learn all the methods, then it's going to be a bit confusing for you. So in most of the questions for proportions, etc., use the alligation method. That is a very good method for 2 variables, also for 3 variables. Also in upcoming videos, we are going to see the 3 variables. Okay, so let's move to the next question. In the video dedicated for alligations, I'm going to teach you all these methods what I talked about here, m is to 1, and these concentration methods, etc. We are going to talk about them in detail. Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so typical question of milk and water. I don't know why MBA questions are more focused on milk and water. Maybe it's an Indian exam, so everyone is focusing on the milk person should not cheat us or anything like that. Okay, so fun part apart, let's see how we are going to solve this question. 2 milk solutions, solution 1, solution 2, 10% concentration, 20% concentration, perfect, nothing different. To yield a concentration of 12%. See, once you are going to get a habit once you are going to get hold of the questions, by looking at the question you are going to understand what trick I'm going to use, and you will not essentially you will not waste your time thinking too much or writing which is unnecessary. Okay, so once you in till now you will get a bit difficult that why I took like this 10%, 20% and directly started using elimination method. But once you have a lot of practice, you can easily understand that this is a question of allegation. Some minute tricks might be there, some different tricks might be there within the question, but on a large or on a whole, I am going to use the allegation method. That is going to be much easier. Okay, so don't worry, let's see how we are going to proceed with this. To yield a concentration and the ratio is m is to 1, directly simply what is the method? Higher minus lower, higher minus lower. Okay, so 20 minus 12 by 12 minus 10 is equal to m is to 1 is equal to 2 by 2 is equal to 1. So m is equal to 1. Simple. Okay, these solutions are mixed in a ratio of 1 is to n to yield a concentration of 17 is to 5. So solution 1, solution 2, 10, 20, and they have mixed in 17.5 to get 17.5 in the ratio 1 is to n. Simple. So higher minus lower, higher minus lower, higher minus lower. So 20 minus 17.5, 2.5 divided by 17.5 minus 10, so 7.5 is equal to 1 is to n. This gets cancelled, 1 is to 3, n is equal to 3. Simple. What is the value of m plus n? M plus n is equal to 1 plus 3. This is your answer, is equal to 4, option D. Simple. You saw this? And I am explaining you, that's why I took that much of time. Once you are going to get hold of this trick, you can solve that question hardly in around 20 seconds or something. It's quite easy. Okay, so stick with the allegation method. This is a very important method, and I told you in the starting of the video also that these kind of questions come frequently in CAT. Every year you're going to get at least 2 questions from this arithmetic section, especially from the ratio or proportion, and you can easily score like 2 questions are there, so 6 marks, 100% you can easily score, and within a minute you can get 6 marks. Okay, let's see the final question. And this type of question generally comes in exact, which are a bit more time consuming. So let's see how you're going to solve this. Okay, before it, let me clear a basic concept to you. Let us say some volume is V and it has milk and water in the ratio A is to B. If someone asks you how much milk is there, then percentage of milk is A upon A plus B. How much milk is there into total volume V. How much water is there? Percentage of water is B upon A plus B. How much water is there into V. Just remember this concept. This is going to help you in many proportion, allegation questions or mixing questions or these kind of questions. Okay, just remember this concept. And in this type of question, which it is asked here, you can also assume a volume V, but ultimately the calculations are going to become a bit more harder for you. So what I would suggest is, always in these type of questions, always take some volume which can be divided by both rates, or 2 or 3 rates are given, let us say of milk, water or acid or something like that. It should be divisible by 4, it should be divisible by 2, and since percentages are given, try to take it in terms of 100 or thousands. Try to take the volume. So what I will do is, it should be divisible by 4, it should be divisible by 2. Try to make it divisible by 4 plus 2 in case if it is required. So divisible by 6, and you can take in terms of 100 also, you can take in terms of thousands also. So assume volume of tank is 600 liters. Simple. Just assume this. Okay, you are going to get your question right anyways. You can take assume V also, but calculations are going to become a bit harder for you, and then the question is going to be a bit more time consuming. Okay, so let's say volume is 600 liters. It is given that A fills, what is the rate of A? 4 liter per minute. Milk. Okay, rate of B 2 liter per minute, but it is water. Also it is given when 50% is full. So 50% of tank is equal to 300 liters. Okay, when it is full, how much A would have filled, how much milk is there, how much water is there? I told you that concept, right? V, A, B, milk, water. So what is the amount of milk in it? Ratio of filling of milk. Rate of milk is 4. Rate of water is 2. So 2 is to 1. 2 is to 1. So 2 by 3 into 300 is equal to 200. Rest is remaining 100. So when the tank is 300 liters full, till now A would have filled 200 liters of milk. B would have filled 100 liters of water. Simple. Okay. After that, tank C is opened. Tank C fills at the rate of X liter per minute. And what tank C is filling? Tank C is filling milk. Okay. Tank C X liter per minute. It is filling milk. When the tank is full, 600 liters, then the concentration of milk is 80%. Okay. So concentration is 80%. So 80 by 100 into 600 is equal to 480 liters. This is milk. Okay. And remaining is water. So 120 liters is water when the tank is overall full. So up to when the 50-liter tank was full, 50% tank was full, 100 liters was water filled by B. Now extra 20 liters of water is there. 20 liters of water is there, and C fills only milk. That implies this 20 liters of water has been filled by only B. And what is the rate of B? It is given that the rate of B is 2 liters per minute. Okay. So rate of B is 2 liters per minute. That implies how much time B would have taken for this? 20 by 2. 10 minutes. Simple. B would have taken 10 minutes to fill it. So in 10 minutes, how much A fills? A rate is 4 liter per minute. So in 10 minutes, A fills 4 into 10 is equal to 40 liters. Okay. And this 480 liters, earlier 200 liters was milk. So extra 280 liters is there. That implies 40 liters has been filled by A. That implies 240 liters has been filled by C. So what is the rate of C? X is in 10 minutes, 240 by 10 is equal to 24. This is the right answer. Okay. I hope you have understood this video, all these concept, ratio, proportion, alligation, and thanks for attending the whole video. This whole video series is going to be actually a free series. This is for the students who cannot afford costly education or cannot prepare for MBA entrance exams. And if you follow this series properly, I can guarantee you are going to get a very good percentile in CAT, and you are going to get a very good college. So best of luck, all the best, and thank you for tuning in. Stay connected. If you have any doubt or something, you can ping me. I'm trying to make some free WhatsApp page also, where I can provide you a lot more questions to practice, where you can freely practice. And if you have any doubt, just put in the comment section. I will make a short also if required, and I can make a video also if you like.